Ties with India are going to be a tricky issue for the new Pakistan Prime Minister, to say the least. In his victory speech, Imran Khan declared that peace between the two nations is key for stability in the subcontinent. Good relations with India are also important for Pakistan. If trade ties resume between the two countries, it benefits their economy, and Imran Khan is well aware of that. But Imran Khan also mentioned Kashmir and the need to resolve that issue for ties to normalize between the two countries. Let's listen in to what Imran Khan had to say of his foreign policy vision vis-a-vis India.
मुझे थोड़ा अफसोस हुआ ये पिछले चंद दिन ये इलेक्शन में कि जो हिंदुस्तान के मीडिया ने जिस तरह मुझे पोर्ट्रे किया, ऐसे लगा जैसे मैं कोई बॉलीवुड फिल्म का विलन हूँ। यानी ऐसे लगा कि जैसे हर चीज़ जो हिंदुस्तान के लिए बुरी है वो होगी अगर इमरान खान ताकत में आ जाए। मैं वो पाकिस्तानी हूँ जो शायद हिंदुस्तान में सबसे ज़्यादा वाकफियत लोगों से है। हिंदुस्तान सारा फिरा हूँ क्रिकेट की वजह से। मैं वो पाकिस्तानी हूँ जो समझता हूँ कि अगर हमारे और पाकिस्तान और हिंदुस्तान के ताल्लुकात अच्छे होते हैं तो ये बर्रे सगीर के लिए बेहतरी है। अगर हम ये गुर्बत कम करना चाहते हैं बर्रे सगीर में, जो कि सबसे नंबर 1 प्रायोरिटी होनी चाहिए किसी भी गवर्नमेंट की, तो सबसे बेहतर ये हो कि हमारी एक दूसरे से ट्रेड टाइज चलें, हम एक दूसरे से तजारत करें, और जितना हम तजारत करेंगे दोनों मुल्कों का फ़ायदा है। बदकिस्मती ये है कि हमारे इश्यूज़ के अंदर जो सबसे बड़ा इशू, कोर इशू है, वो कश्मीर है। कश्मीर में जो हालात हैं और जो कश्मीर के लोगों ने पिछले 30 साल में जो उनकी ह्यूमन राइट्स वायलेशन हो रही है, जो होनी थी, अगर फ़ौज से मसले हल हों और शहरी इलाकों में आप फ़ौज लेके जाएंगे, कहीं भी दुनिया की फ़ौज जब शहरी इलाके में जाती है ह्यूमन राइट्स वायलेशन है। और कश्मीरी लोगों ने बड़ा सफ़र किया इस वक्त। कोशिश होनी ये चाहिए पाकिस्तान और हिंदुस्तान की लीडरशिप को कि हमें टेबल पे बैठ के हम कोशिश करें इस मसले को हल करें। ये जाने तो नहीं लगा, और अगर यही ब्लेम गेम ही चलती रहेगी कि जी पाकिस्तान की वजह से ये हो रहा है और पाकिस्तान सारा वक्त हम समझते हैं कि बलूचिस्तान में जो हो रहा है वो हिंदुस्तान की वजह से हो रहा है, ये तो हम स्क्वायर 1 पे हैं इस वक्त। मैं ये चाहूँगा कि अगर हिंदुस्तान की लीडरशिप तैयार है, हम बिल्कुल तैयार हैं कि हम अपने ताल्लुकात बेहतर करें। आप एक कदम हमारी तरफ आएंगे, हम 2 कदम आपकी तरफ जाएंगे, लेकिन आगे भी तो बढ़ें। अभी तक तो एक वन साइडेड किस्म की रिलेशनशिप है कि ब्लेम किया जा रहा है पाकिस्तान को। हर जिस किस्म की दुनिया में कहीं दहशतगर्दी हो तो पाकिस्तान को ब्लेम किया जाता है। तो मैं ये चाहूँगा, मैं कन्विक्शन से कह रहा हूँ कि ये दोनों, ये सब कॉन्टिनेंट के लिए सबसे ज़रूरी चीज़ है कि हमारे मुल्कों के अंदर दोस्ती हो और हम अपने जो मेन इशू है उसको डायलॉग से हल करें।
That was Imran Khan as the Prime Minister of Pakistan. At least he's all set to take over as the Prime Minister of the country. But 24 hours prior to that, the PTI chief was using India to target Nawaz Sharif. In an interview days before Pakistan went to polls, Imran Khan blamed the Indian government for deteriorating ties. Take a listen into what he said back then.
Kashmir there's a independence freedom movement going on in Kashmir, and India blames Pakistan for that, and so therefore Kashmiri freedom movement is an impediment between peace between the two countries, because the Modi government, Narendra Modi government makes Pakistan a scapegoat for what's happening in Kashmir.
So you're saying on the Indian part there's no will to settle this issue?
I think the relationship probably have been the worst since the Narendra Modi government came in, which is a very hardline government, and actually give full marks to Pakistan for trying to get better relation. But you see, as long as Kashmir is such an issue now because of this movement gaining momentum, and then the atrocities of the Indian troops, violation of human rights in Kashmir, then Pakistan is blamed, and Pakistan on the other hand has to support the Kashmiri movement, freedom movement. So that's the problem right now. But ideally we should have peace with India, and the whole subcontinent is held hostage to the Kashmir issue.
Quite a contrast there, to say the least, in the two statements that Imran Khan made, both in the run-up to the elections and shortly after the election results. So what exactly will Imran Khan's election victory mean for India? For one, the Indian government will have to deal with a completely unknown politician, a man who is a far cry from a seasoned politician like Nawaz Sharif. Imran Khan has been his country's sporting superstar but has never held a position of power. Secondly, Imran Khan has blamed the Indian government for ruining ties between the two countries. Imran Khan says that India's current dispensation often makes Pakistan a scapegoat when it comes to Kashmir. During his campaigning, Imran raked up the Kashmir issue time and again, and that would remain a sticking point between the two countries. Imran is also a man of convenience. While speaking about Pakistan's economy, he had pitched resuming trade ties with India to fill the country's coffers. A politician who could use India for his country's gains could spell trouble for New Delhi. Not just that, Imran Khan will govern a country that is nuclear armed. India may need to be aware of the fact that a man who has never held office before is at the helm of affairs. Let's broaden this up. Joining us on the broadcast this evening is Salman Bashir, former Foreign Secretary of Pakistan and former High Commissioner of Pakistan to India. Ambassador Bashir, appreciate very much you're joining us on the broadcast. Let me begin by asking you, what are your expectations from the man who is all set to lead Pakistan?
Well, thank you very much in the first place for asking me, to speak to you this evening. Well, I think we have seen a huge development over the last 24 hours. Pakistan has voted for change, and I think the PTI has got a very convincing win. And as you just said, he has made this very important speech, which was supposed to be a victory speech, but where he has actually given his vision about relations with neighbors. He has spoken about his domestic priorities, make Pakistan a welfare state, a state that is well governed, where justice is for everybody, and make Pakistan economically developed and socially equitable development. I think a very simple but effective message. He also said no political vendettas, and I think he today has made a major reach out to India. This is in contrast with the way he is being portrayed by the Indian media over the last couple of weeks. So I think all in all, Pakistan looks forward to better governance with Imran taking charge of the government, and of course we are thrilled at the prospects opening up, I think not only for Pakistan but for the entire region.
Interesting you say that. Also his remarks on Afghanistan, on solidifying ties with China, coming along expected lines. But the emphasis that he has given on solidifying ties with China, learning from China, even in terms of tackling corruption, even in terms of educational reforms, what do you make of those remarks?
I think on China there has always been, and it's not new, there has been for 70 years a consensus in Pakistan at every level, at the level of the people, that China is an important friend, neighbor. And I think what the Chinese have been, I have served as ambassador and have seen the remarkable development that the Chinese have been able to accomplish in a very short period of time. I think not only Pakistan, but China serves as a model for the road to development for many developing countries. So I think he said nothing extraordinary. He spoke about the deep ties with China, the China-Pakistan economic corridor, which is being realized, and learning how to bring bring people out of poverty. He's talked about 700 million people who have been brought out of poverty in China. So I think these were fairly common sense indicators, and I think there are opportunities.
All right, Ambassador Bashir, appreciate very much indeed you're joining us on the broadcast with those perspectives. I want to just take a minute and pull out that reaction, that statement that Imran Khan had to make on China specifically, on how he laid emphasis on learning from China on many fronts, and we will discuss that further.
China, उससे हम और मजबूत करेंगे अपनी रिलेशनशिप. China एक बड़ा हमें मौका देता है कि चाइना जो सीपैक उन्होंने पाकिस्तान में प्रोजेक्ट शुरू किया, इससे हमें मौका मिलता है कि हम उसको सीपैक को इस्तेमाल करके इन्वेस्टमेंट पाकिस्तान के अंदर लेके आएँ. दूसरा, चाइना से जो हम सीखना चाहते हैं, वो जो मैं बात कह बैठा हूँ, 70 करोड़ लोग चाइना ने गुर्बत से 30 साल में निकाले हैं. और मैं इंशाल्लाह हमारी पूरी कोशिश होगी कि चाइना से जो पॉवर्टी एलिविएशन है, हम टीम भेजेंगे कि क्या क्या उन्होंने स्टेप्स लिए कि किस तरह हम अपने निचले तबके को ऊपर उठाएं.
All right. On that note, I want to bring in Professor Brahma Chalani, Professor of Strategic Studies at the Center for Policy Research, who's joining us right here in WION studios for more on that. Professor Chalani, we will come to the entire statement that he made on India specifically, but since we just heard that reaction on China, coming along expected lines, but the emphasis that he's made on serving as the champion of the poor, on emancipation of poverty, learning from China on that front, sending his own team to China, what do you make of those remarks, and to what extent are those realistic ambitions?
We have to look at this election outcome in a larger framework, and the larger issue is about Pakistan's future. Will Pakistan be at peace with itself? Will it stop being a serious problem for its neighbors like India and Afghanistan? In that larger framework, this election outcome doesn't really mean much, because this election outcome is a victory for the military. The military began a soft coup a year ago when it used a pliant judiciary to remove an elected prime minister from office, Nawaz Sharif. And ironically, this election outcome has come virtually on the first anniversary of Nawaz Sharif's removal. So we have seen dramatic developments in Pakistan in the last 12 months, culminating in the military engineering an election outcome in favor of Imran Khan, who's also known as Taliban Khan. The reason why he's known as Taliban Khan is because he has openly defended jihadists, he has defended Pakistan's blasphemy laws, and even though the terrorists who the military encouraged to contest in the elections, they have not done too well in the election, but the ultimate extremist, Imran Khan, is close to victory. And that, for the military, is a major boost. It ensures that the military's privileges and prerogatives will remain safeguarded, that the new prime minister will not challenge the military's supremacy. The reason why Nawaz Sharif was removed was primarily because he challenged the military's supremacy, sought to assert civilian control. Now, in that bigger framework, what Imran Khan is saying now fits with the military tune. The military is beholden to China. It looks up to China as a protector, as an aid giver, as a security guarantor. And the new prime minister cannot afford to rile China. So he will sing the same line as the army and ISI.
And the very fact, taking a cue from what you're saying in as many words, the very fact that the army's frontman in a way is now all set to take the helm of affairs, should that be a reason for India to worry?
For India, the fact remains that Pakistan, since its birth, has remained an implacable foe. That will not change under Imran Khan, because Imran Khan is only the army's latest stooge. The military in Pakistan is a puppet master, and periodically it picks up new puppets. Imran Khan is his newest puppet, and this puppet will do the bidding of the military.
And so you're saying that what many have been regarding as perhaps a turning point in changing the equation between the civilian and the military in Pakistan, that was the hope at least in the run-up to the elections, that is diluted now?
Well, we have to bear in mind one important fact. The military has not allowed a single prime minister in Pakistan to complete a full 5-year term so far. Whoever has challenged the military has been removed from office by various means. Usually what the military does is that if somebody runs foul of the military, it uses the media and applied judiciary to smear that person and to remove that person from office. So in the larger scheme of things, the fast-paced developments in Pakistan over the last 12 months have only strengthened the hands of the military, which means for India, Pakistan will be even a bigger menace because it's getting emboldened by China's open support, the fact that China is investing $50 billion plus in Pakistan in the so-called China-Pakistan economic corridor, which isn't an economic corridor. It's not a corridor. It is China buying up Pakistan.
Right.
And a Pakistan that becomes a surrogate of China, does China's bidding against India, will mean greater trouble for India.
Many have been calling Imran Khan as the worst pick for India among a field of bad choices. Would you agree? Would you agree that the expectation that was there with Nawaz Sharif does not seem to have the same momentum in the case of Imran Khan? Can Imran Khan be the new Nawaz Sharif for India? Time will tell, of course, but given his stance that he's taken, which of course has also been changing, of course, in the run-up to the election and in terms of the statement that he just made, but the tone and tenor that he's had towards India, what is your impression?
First, I agree with the question that you asked, that he was the worst choice for India because the other two main parties, the PPP and Nawaz Sharif's party, are more moderate in their stance towards India. And Imran Khan is the lover of jihadists. Of course, he has undergone a personal transformation of a major type, from being a lover of wild parties to being a lover of jihadists. He has undergone a major change in his outlook and his thinking, and in fact, he has become the ultra-conservative, marrying his spiritual guru.
Yes.
Leading not just loving jihadists, but leading a life of a pious Muslim. This man, given his transformation and given his links with the jihadists, his open support of violent Islamists, is not good news for India. But on the issue of whether he can be Nawaz Sharif in the months and years to come, let's not forget that the message the military has delivered to everyone in Pakistan by removing Nawaz Sharif is that if you challenge the military's supremacy, not only will you be removed from office, you're going to be charged with corruption and you're going to languish in jail.
Right.
That's a message it has delivered to everyone. And Imran Khan may not be a very smart person, but he's not a dimwit.